Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is DFree. Here today we are going to go ahead and do some PvP with the brand new SS3 Goku. But this one's a little bit different because I was out and about, and while I was out, I was just kind of playing Legends, and I had some really cool matches that I recorded, so we're going to go ahead and use those. So this is post-commentary for you boys. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit subscribe if you're new for more content. If you want to see my Goku Black feature video where I show him off and what he's good at and talk about what he's good at, etc., etc., link will be down below in the description. So that being said, for the units that are on the bench, because apparently I didn't have that recorded right here, we had access to these 3 units and also the other ones that did not make it in. The last 3 were Goku Black, of course, for that Saiyan matchup. Freaking speaking of Saiyans, Gogeta's doing a ton of damage here. But Goku Black and 2 Blue Gokus. So the EX Goku, because of his Z ability, it's phenomenal in tandem with some of these units like the 3 that I brought here. They all love getting that melee boost, so there was that. Other than that, we had the Sparking Blue Goku. So we're going to hit him here, I think. Yeah, I remember that. Anyways, we had the Sparking Blue Goku from the Broly movie. He's really good whenever you have to go up against Gogeta specifically. So it's always nice to have that strike defense increase and then also that elemental advantage. But this was a 3 that I wanted to bring into this fight just based on the kind of the setup that he had. So a couple of pointers. This video features pretty much everyone that I fight here is from rank like 48 to 50 or so, just depending on the matchups. So there was also a really, really cool ending to this video, I believe. And then other than that, we did have a mono red opponent. So I thought that was different. Like I was like, oh, mono red, this is fun. Like I've done mono teams before and I enjoy them, right? But it just was weird seeing one like rank 49 or whatever, 48, something like that. So he got pretty far with mono reds. That's cool. Anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead and talk about the Goku really quick. So the Goku is one of the most damaging melee units in the game. Phenomenal unit. I think he's just one of the better beat sticks in the game. He's always going to be pretty good, in my opinion, just because of that. So let's go ahead and talk about what he does, though. So his main ability draws the Neo Super Dragon Fist. As you guys know, he does pick up an extra card. He has a couple of very good unique abilities. First and foremost, anti-regen, plus 40% of strike damage inflicted against characters with the regeneration tag. So specifically, Majin Buu and Green Piccolo, they do not want to see this man. They go down easy. But I guess, you know, depending on their sustained damage cut, they're a little bit more tanky. But regardless, you know, and anyone with regen tag, they don't want to see the Goku. And then also his other ability gives him several different buffs depending on how much timer counts have elapsed. So he gets a 20% damage inflicted bonus for 10 timer counts every time he enters the battlefield, whether that's a switch or whatever the case is. Also, depending on the number of counts elapsed, he gets these couple of effects. So 15 counts elapsed, he gets a 20% to damage inflicted bonus. Also, if 30 counts have elapsed, he gets plus 30% to own key recovery. And if 40 counts have elapsed, he gets plus 30% to strike damage inflicted. So he should get all of the above. If you get to like the 40 counts elapsed, he's gonna get all of those freaking buffs. So like, yeah, the Goku's really good in a drawn-out battle. So he's really good, and I think we actually have a scenario where we have that happen. Looks like he's gonna take out the opponent here. Yeah, there we go. So I did miss the attack, but I instantly transitioned into the tap attack. So here's our mono red opponent. Freaking awesome. So these are the other 2 units. You guys saw my bench there. And unfortunately, it looks like this match does feature a little bit of that old-fashioned lag. But anyways, other than that, his Super Kamehameha does a attribute downgrade to the opponent, plus 20% to strike damage received. So just forcing them to take a lot of strike damage in tandem with all of the different buffs that he picked up anyway from his unique ability. His green card, plus 25% to strike damage inflicted, and minus 5 to own strike cards cost. So he's able to do more damage and, you know, even get cheaper cards. So there's a green card. We did actually pick it up there. I will use it. Just note that the cost of the melee cards dumps all the way down to 14 now. So the Goku's going to come through here. Of course, as you guys know, I was definitely going to take my double blues. It's like, okay, there's no reason not to. You know, there's no reason not to take the blues in. So freaking Vegeta, stop hitting me. For real. So there they are. The melee cards are now down to 14. So again, a lot of people have been talking about Goku, or like more so Majin Vegeta, just because Majin Vegeta is unique. He's different. He comes in with this ability that allows him to even damage the benched allies, which is different. Not benched, but the ones that aren't subbed in yet, right? That's totally unique, totally different. And then Goku Black is one of these guys that is able to come through and continually just get better if he knocks out the opponent too. So Goku Black's actually very similar to Goku in the kit. But I think a lot of people have been looking at Goku like, you know, he's the best one, I think, in a lot of people's opinions. And I wouldn't disagree with that in particular. But I do think that the other units can be as good. Like, for example, this Goku does not want to see Goku Black. Like, Goku Black versus him is not a fun time. But to be fair, that can apply to any unit in the game when it comes to type advantage versus disadvantage. So there's that. Anyways, Goku will come through and finish off the Gogeta. I wanted to go ahead and get this animation here. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and go for the animation. I could have chosen the melee card, but it is what it is. Now, at any point in this, if you see me sidestepping, not like that, but like in mid-combo form, it's partly because sidestepping hasn't been as good. They put out a notice in the game like a couple of weeks ago or so saying, hey, if you sidestep, pretty much, this is kind of like paraphrasing, pretty much sidestepping regens less amounts of ki and vanish meter recovery. It's harder to draw cards now from sidestepping, so it's just literally not as good intentionally, right? And other than that, when you start chaining cards together, like you use them in succession without sidestepping, you do bonus damage pretty much. So like right here, for example, that's one of the things that they did point out. And, since that's the case, I don't do it as much, but I do it sometimes in between just to try to get a little bit more vanish meter or a little bit more key to combo in another card or whatever the case is. Since he's backstepping, though, I did decide to just throw that attack there because he wasn't going to be able to sidestep in time. So we do have an opponent here now that's featuring a more meta team. I'm not sure how I feel about Super Vegeta anymore. I mean, he's still a phenomenal unit, especially like in more general teams, but the issue with his Z ability was that he only supports Super Saiyans, and it doesn't apply to Super Saiyan 2s or Super Saiyan 3s. So as we get Majin Vegeta and SS3 Goku and Goku Black, that Super Vegeta literally supports none of them. But if you have more units like, the Super Saiyan Goku that I have on my bench, and you actually use those units a little bit more commonly, then that Super Vegeta is still a top-tier support. Like, he'll always be top-tier, but it's kind of like as we get more forms of Super Saiyan, he just kind of gets outdated, I guess. Or like units that are not Super Saiyan at all, like Goku Black. So he's trying to get that. I don't know what he's going to do as far as, like, I don't remember this fight, to be honest, but I think that maybe he's going to try to get me with the explosion, but it's not a big deal. So we do actually switch out to the EX Goku here. Okay, I let him hit that. That's fine. I think I tried to sidestep. I just didn't have the timing on that. So we do come through here. We're going to win this clash, I believe. 950. Oh, we lose it. No! My Goku is gone. He got tap attacked. Oh, you know what? I remember this fight now. This one was actually really interesting because I played very badly because I was multitasking and I was playing very badly, right? But I think this was a pretty cool fight, which is why it's a part of this list. So what happened ultimately, I'm not going to spoil it, but I think that this is going to entertain a lot of you guys. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you are paying attention. So right here, Super Vegeta is coming through. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure this takes out. Yep, it does take out the Goku Black. So again, I have been falling for all the bait. Just wasn't playing well. Definitely not one of my individual better fights up to this point. But we do try to make a nice little comeback. Look at all the buffs Goku has above his HP bar as well. Goku's going to try very hard to bring your boy back into this one. So we're going to come through with that. We are going to also use the green card pretty soon, I presume. Should actually use it already there, to be honest. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. All right, so knockback, green card here. So we're just going to throw the Rising Rush, partly because I do not have my Vanish Meter back. The reason why I threw it there was because I did not have the Vanish Meter back, and I did not want to get caught in a chain of attacks, knowing that this Majin Vegeta does a ton of damage. Unfortunately, we don't succeed, though, so it forces me to have to take these hits. And you see Majin Vegeta is coming through doing a ton of damage. Like, had I actually won that, this outcome of this video would have turned out a little bit differently. But here, it's not over yet. It's not over. All right, so we do use a green card right there. He falls for that. I'm going to tap attack. 1 HP is nowhere near enough for you to use the final explosion. You're going to instantly lose. So he does switch out here. But it's not a problem, right? It's not a problem. The Goku is like, yeah, we're in comeback mode. And again, had I not been forced to take all that damage because of the fact that I missed the Rising Rush, maybe this works a little bit differently. But I thought that was pretty interesting because Goku did try to come back. He almost could, but unfortunately fall just short. So here we go. This is presumably the final fight of the video. So again, thank you guys so much for the continued support here on the channel. I do want to point out that you guys did actually get us up to about 1,700 likes on our summit video the other day, which is in the top recommended. Again, you can catch any of the latest Dragon Ball Legends videos that I put out in the description or recommended on the right and left side of the screen. In the final 20 seconds, they'll be clickable. So those ones right now are not clickable. Finding 20 seconds, they will be clickable. But anyways, you guys got us up to almost 2,000 likes pretty much, and that's important. Partly because I said, hey, if you guys want to see a video revolving around my first ever 2 7 stars in the game, which were, funnily enough, the EX Tien and then the EX Chaozu, you know, I said get us up to 1,500, and you guys did that. So we'll be doing that sometime this week, presumably after the next patch, whenever Tien, I don't know if Chaozu's getting buffed, but Tien gets buffed. So Gogeta's coming through, doing some solid damage. I am sidestepping there a little bit because I needed the key back. So we're going to now throw this and switch out to the Goku. And unfortunately for him, I switched before he got to do that. So he really wanted to lock my Gogeta in there. But I mean, that wasn't a problem for me. We're going to use this here. Unfortunately, he was already in motion, so we do not get priority there. We now get knocked back. And Gogeta is going to throw his ability here, but I can vanish out of that. He's way too far. So now I'm going to chain in some attacks here. Goku does not have element advantage, but you still see all the damage he's doing coming through, trying to knock out this Gogeta. And if I didn't sidestep there, honestly, Goku might have been able to do it because it seemed like I started doing less damage. So there's that. I have to go back and review the footage. But either way, he does take out the Majin Vegeta. Important thing to note about the Majin Vegeta, though, is that, like I said, I think I said anyway, is that if you use him, he does make your allies a little bit easier to KO sometimes just because he applies a little downgrade to them that makes them take, I think, like 30% more damage or something weird like that. So anyways, we're going to get Rising Rushed here. We do fail it, unfortunately. So that is going to be enough to take out our Blue Goku. And typically, like I said, I do use that guy against Gogeta. He's a very good wall versus Gogeta. So anyways, we do have the 2v2 now. And I do hold elemental advantage with one unit. I held on to that. I tried not to vanish as late as I could with the Gogeta, and it worked out for the best. So we're now going to come through, pretty much take him out here. Could have got another sidestep in there, but that's fine. And now Goku's going to come out and try to get this dub. He's going to try to get that dub. So he couldn't get out of that. He was trying to cancel, but it wasn't going to work. So, all right, Goku's coming through with the green card. All right, well, it looks like we got that successful victory. So altogether, Goku is a phenomenal unit. Thank you all. I appreciate the support. And I'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.